Welcome to Becoming the Peak Performer with Dr. Abiola Salami, the world-class performance strategist.
The Kickoff Summit 2025. Start the year strong. Join us at the 2025 New Year Kickoff Summit, where the brightest minds and key market leaders come together to chart a course for success in the upcoming year. This dynamic gathering is designed to set the tone for peak performance across industries. Participants will gain valuable knowledge from experts across multiple sectors, including finance, technology, healthcare, entrepreneurship, and more. Key highlights: expert panels featuring industry leaders and trendsetters, comprehensive 2025 insights across diverse professions and industries. Register now at www.kickoffsummit.com.
Becoming the Peak Performer. Take for the week.
You are listening to Becoming the Peak Performer with Dr. Abiola Salami, a platform for inspiring an inclusive culture of peak performance in the African marketplace.
9 definitive strategies for starting the year strong. The start of a new year presents a unique opportunity to set the tone for success. Peak performers understand that beginning the year with purpose and clear objectives can have a profound impact on their personal and professional outcomes. In this episode, we will explore 9 strategies that high achievers can use to start their year strong. Number 1. Reflect and learn from the past year. Peak performers begin by taking stock of their achievements and challenges from the previous year. This reflective process helps to identify areas for improvement and helps to set realistic goals. As we begin a new year, it is tempting to dive straight into goals and ambitions to focus on what we want to achieve. But before we rush ahead, let's pause and reflect. A strong start doesn't begin with doing more. It begins by letting go of what held you back in the past year. Think about this. What are you carrying from last year that no longer serves you? Is it fear? Is it self-doubt? Is it unhealthy habits or toxic relationships? Perhaps it's the weight of unmet expectations or the belief that you are not capable of more. These things don't just occupy space in your mind, they drain your energy and block your path forward. You see, letting go is not easy. It requires courage to face what's been holding you back and strength to release it. But remember, you cannot grab hold of the future while clinging to the past. Growth demands that you make space for it. So this year, make a choice to release what no longer aligns with your purpose. Forgive yourself for past mistakes and leave behind the doubts that whisper you can't. Replace them with habits that empower you, thoughts that uplift you, and people who inspire you. A strong start is not about perfection. It is about beginning with freedom and clarity. When you let go of what weighs you down, you will discover how much lighter and stronger you can be. You see, a study from Harvard Business Review found that individuals who reflect on their work improve their performance by 23%. This underscores the importance of pausing to analyze success and setbacks. For example, while reviewing 2024 in Champ, we discovered the need to rebrand one of our flagship interventions from Rock 2025 Like a Champion to the Kickoff Summit 2025. We also provided a free self-assessment tool to reflect and learn from the past year. This is to facilitate the pursuit of our commitment to providing an empirical framework that will help peak performers in the marketplace to achieve a highly productive year. So here's the call to action. Dedicate time to journaling key accomplishments. Journal the lessons learned and areas of growth. You can use this information to inform your goal setting process. You can visit www.kickoffsummit.com/productivity tool to download that free tool that we gave people. Number 2, embrace a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that abilities can be developed through dedication and effort. It is essential for starting the year strong. The chairman and founder of Troika Holdings, Dr. Biodun Shobanjo, OON, his leadership exemplifies this mindset, fostering a culture of learning and innovation across all the businesses in Troika Holdings. Research by Carol Dweck indicates that individuals with a growth mindset achieve more success and resilience compared to those with a fixed mindset. So your call to action is to challenge yourself to learn a new skill or tackle a project outside your comfort zone, and regularly seek feedback to accelerate your growth and ensure that your team members embrace the same growth mindset. Number 3, establish a feedback loop. Continuous improvement requires regular feedback. Peak performers actively seek input from their peers, their mentors, and supervisors to refine their strategies. For example, Professor Adewale Peter Obadare, the Chief Visionary Officer of Digital and Code Limited, implemented a philosophy that encouraged teams to operate as though they are always at the start of their journey, with a focus on learning and improvement. A Gallup study found that employees who receive regular feedback are 3.6 times more engaged than those who don't. So, if you seek employee engagement, seek feedback. So your call to action is to schedule monthly check-ins with key stakeholders to gather feedback and adjust your goals and strategies accordingly. Number 4, build strategic relationships. Networking and building meaningful relationships are integral to success. Peak performers leverage their networks to gain insights, to collaborate on opportunities, and expand their influence. For example, when I interviewed Mr. Adeyinka, the Group Executive Director of Omnicom Media Group West and Central Africa, on our flagship radio show, Becoming the Peak Performer on Inspiration FM, he said that, quote, every assignment and project should be an opportunity to expand and deepen your network. He further added that, quote, maintaining a strong professional network built solely on value is the cornerstone of career growth. Now, this rhymes with a report from LinkedIn that shows that 85% of jobs are filled through networking, emphasizing the importance of strategic connection. So you want to dedicate time each week to reaching out to your mentors, to your colleagues, to your peers, and to your new connection. You can consider joining some professional groups or attending industry events to expand your network. Remember, it is your network that determines your net worth, and that is still true in the new year. Number 5, leverage technology for productivity. Peak performers that I know, they use technology to streamline tasks and to enhance their efficiency. Tools like Calendly, Canva, Microsoft Teams, and several more, they can help you to organize your day, manage your projects, help you with content creation, and foster collaboration. For example, Dr. Marki Idowu, the group CEO of Express Payment, is known for using shared digital calendars to optimize her time. A study by McKinsey Global Institute found that productivity tools can increase efficiency by up to 25%. So what you want to do this year is to audit your current productivity tools and adopt one new app or software to improve your work. Invest time in learning the features of this app so that you can maximize your time. Number 6, set clear and ambitious goals. See, the hallmark of a peak performer is their ability to set goals that are both ambitious and actionable. These goals often adhere to the SMART framework, which is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. A strong start is not about speed, it is about clarity and direction. Imagine running as fast as you can only to realize that you are heading in the wrong direction. Energy and effort are wasted without focus, and ambition without purpose can lead to frustration. The strongest start comes not from how quickly you move, but from how clearly you know where you are going and why you are going there. So you want to take a moment to pause and reflect. What truly matters to you in this new year? What is the worth of your time, your energy, and your commitment? Because clarity is not just about knowing what you want, it is understanding the steps required to get there. Direction is not just a vague goal, it is a roadmap that guides your decisions every day. For example, in 2024, we set a goal to deliver 10 transformational projects in CHAMP. 1 was Rock 2024 Like a Champion. 2 was the Dr. Abiola Salami International Leadership Bootcamp 2.0 that we held in Mombasa. 3 was the Dr. Abiola Salami International Leadership Bootcamp 3.0 that we held in Marrakesh, Morocco. 4 was the Emerging Leaders Summit. 5 was the Peak Performing Woman of the Year. 6 was the Senior Executives Networking Breakfast. 7 was Emerge 1.0. 8 was Emerge 2.0. Both Emerge, we created them for aspiring leaders. 9 was TPP Dinner and Awards. And 10, of course, was the Peak Performer Love Feast, which is an internal love feast we held for honorees on the Peak Performer platform. The projects were designed to serve the different demographics that we cater to in our organization, which is aspiring leaders. Aspiring leaders for us are young people who are yet to secure a place in the marketplace. 2 are emerging leaders. Emerging leaders for us are active players in the marketplace under the age of 40. Then 3 is women in leadership and senior executives as well as legends. In our execution, we broke each goal into small smaller, actionable steps with a time frame for execution to ensure progress while maintaining motivation. You know what the result is? We exceeded our target on all the metrics we use to measure success. According to a study by Dr. Gil Matthews at Dominican University, it says that individuals who write down their goals are 42% more likely to achieve them. This demonstrates the power of goal clarity and documentation. For us in Champ, we are utilizing the same template this year because starting strong means building a foundation. It's about prioritizing the meaningful over the urgent and focusing on progress, not perfection. It is about choosing consistency over chaos, about discipline over distraction. Remember, life is not a sprint, it is a marathon. And in a marathon, it is not the fastest start that matters, it is the ability to stay on course and finish well. So, as you take your first steps into this year, don't rush blindly forward. Start with clarity. Set your direction and move purposefully. Because when you align your actions with your vision, every step will take you closer to your destination. So what you want to do is to write down your top 10 goals for the year and break them down into quarterly milestones. Share these goals with an accountability partner so that you can stay on track. Number 7, create a morning routine. A structured morning routine is a secret weapon for many top performers because it sets the tone for a productive day and reinforces positive habits. For example, Kumbi Adeoti, the Chief People Experience Officer at Leadway Group, she starts her day at 6 a.m. with meditation and prayers, exercise and focused work, ensuring uninterrupted time to tackle key priorities. Also, research from Journal of Applied Psychology said that individuals who maintain consistent morning routines report higher productivity levels throughout the day. So you want to design a morning routine that includes activities such as exercise, mindfulness, and planning. You want to begin with small, manageable changes to establish consistency. Number 8, plan for the long term. While starting the year strong is essential, maintaining momentum requires long-term planning. Peak performers like Sir Demola Aladekomo focuses on consistency, emphasizing the importance of incremental progress over time. He has demonstrated this from the time he started what we now refer to as Champs Holding Company in 1985. And this has led to what Darren Hardy popularized as compound effect, which demonstrates that small, consistent actions lead to significant results over time. So the results you see today with Champs Holding Company is as a result of consistent positive action over a long period of time. So what you want to do is to use a planner or digital tool to map out your year's goals, revisit your year's goals, and adjust the plan quarterly to stay aligned with your objectives. And finally, number 9, prioritize health and wellness. Physical and mental well-being are critical for sustaining high performance. Top achievers integrate regular exercise, balanced nutrition, and mindfulness practices into their daily lives. For instance, Nike Macaulay, the CEO of Wakana, Nigeria, emphasizes the role of meditation in maintaining focus and reducing stress. She said, quote, "My workday starts at 6:30 and meditation happens after the kids leave for school at 7. I watch the news, listen to my morning music playlist, reflect, and prepare for the day ahead. In the evenings, I also engage in some self-care activities and spend quality time with family to wind down. I consciously disconnect from work-related tasks to take care of my emotional well-being and ensure a healthy work-life balance." That is what Nike Macaulay, CEO of Wakana, Nigeria, said. So you want to schedule physical activities and mindfulness practices into your weekly calendar. Start with as little as 10 minutes a day to build momentum. One of the challenges we have on this is that you just want to go ahead and set a 1-hour goal every day. No, start small and build momentum. So, starting the year strong is not about making dramatic changes, but about cultivating habits and strategies that drive consistent success. One crucial decision you make to set the tone for delivering on your individual and corporate goals is to enroll your team to attend the Kickoff Summit, where we will provide participants with an empirical framework for becoming highly productive in the new year. Intentional actions coupled with a growth mindset can yield transformative results. So implement these strategies today to make this year your most successful year yet.
Becoming the peak performer. Take for the week.
Thank you for listening to Dr. Abiola Salami's Take for the Week. We are happy to collaborate with your organization to facilitate your corporate retreats, equip your leadership team, and inspire a culture of peak performance in your organization. You can reach us on hello@abiolachamp.com or call us on 090-9123-4567. You can also follow me at Abiola Champ on all social media platforms.
You are listening to Becoming the Peak Performer with Dr. Abiola Salami, a platform for inspiring an inclusive culture of peak performance in the African marketplace.
Hello, champion. I am super excited to have you join us on Becoming the Peak Performer with your world-class performance strategist, Dr. Abiola Salami. The Peak Performer is a platform where African industry leaders, culture shapers, and game changers gain insights to achieve peak performance in their space. On this show, we provide leaders with insights to grow their profits, to improve operational efficiency, and retain their customers, employees, and investors, while also providing every professional with insights to grow their careers. Also, we spotlight and celebrate credible leaders with admirable skills through our awards and recognition, and these leaders we've celebrated over time will be hosting them on this show to hear their story. We have curated Becoming the Peak Performer as a platform where we discuss the big issues career professionals and business leaders in Africa are facing, with the overall goal of providing practical solutions to guide them onto recording consistent growth.
The Kickoff Summit 2025. Start the year strong. Join us at the 2025 New Year Kickoff Summit, where the brightest minds and key market leaders come together to chart a course for success in the upcoming year. This dynamic gathering is designed to set the tone for peak performance across industries. Participants will gain valuable knowledge from experts across multiple sectors, including finance, technology, healthcare, entrepreneurship, and more. Key highlights: expert panels featuring industry leaders and trendsetters, comprehensive 2025 insights across diverse professions and industries. Register now at www.kickoffsummit.com.
Glad to know you are still here with us. Our special guest today is an experienced and multi-skilled lawyer with a demonstrated history of working in the financial services industry, is skilled in negotiation, business planning, management, leadership, corporate governance, and business advisory. He has a strong business development background, and he has a doctorate. That's a Doctor of Philosophy, PhD in business administration, focused in enterprise governance from Babcock University. Please, ladies and gentlemen, receive with me the principal partner, H. Michael & Co., Dr. Adeyinka Hassan. It's so good to have you here. Thank you very much for joining us.
It's my pleasure.
So, from your perspective, who is a peak performer?
Well, in my opinion, the peak performer is that leader who is important to him to develop people around him, who positively impacts people, and the production at the end of the day will be such that it would optimize available resources to the benefit of the organization he works for, and ensure also that the people working with him, which I will call his or her team, are also, their potentials are being maximized, So that's who a peak performer is.
From your experience, I mean, incredible background, as a lawyer, business development, a negotiator, all the way. What are those three skills that you think has helped you over the years to consistently deliver peak performance?
Well, there are many of these skills, but the most important ones to me, your cognitive skill, your emotional intelligence, that's very important, and outside that, social networking, which I will categorize as social capital.
Social capital.
That's in order of priority. Cognitive skills,
emotional intelligence, and social capital. Let us look at social capital, a little bit more. What are those things that, from your experience, has building social capital, has it worked for you, and what are those practical things that you have done over time to build your social capital?
Well, like you said, social capital is really very key in everything we do, and it's what would build you, and it doesn't just start in a day. It starts with your association. Let me give you an example. My alumni group, I'm very active. We have judges, we have leaders, we have business leaders, we have captains of industries. It's a strong capital for me. You know, so these are the things that helps you build your social capital. And that's why I said, it's not what will happen in one day. I still have my primary school alumni.
Primary school alumni?
Oh, yes.
As in primary school alumni?
Yes, I still see, quite a number of them.
Wow.
Going back to secondary school, I still have a lot of them who have done well in their chosen career. My university alumni, the strongest of them all, actually. And, you know, by and by, even the people you've worked with at one time or the other. So you need people. And how do you get people?
Yes.
Networking. There are other soft skills that will actually help you grow people around you. You know, so those soft skills, I can tie it to emotional intelligence. And what is emotional intelligence about? Understanding people and understanding yourself to see how you can work together. It's all about tolerating others. It's all about appreciating individual differences. Understand them where they are coming from. Appreciate the value they are bringing. And for that reason, as much as you can, tolerate.
Fantastic, fantastic. One of the things you said that I want us to explore a little bit more is that whatever you are looking for is in the hands of somebody. So for me, I want to build relationship because I need people. And in my interaction with them, it's always about what I need from them, what I did from them, what I did from them. How open will they be to supporting me if, two scenarios, if I always go there, engage them with my needs, or if I'm always seeking ways to help them to meet their own needs?
For me, one, you need to be prepared. And what do I call being prepared? Position yourself in a way that even where you seek help, people are willing to support you because they would have seen what you've been able to achieve, you know, and you know, the wings of support are there for them to hold on to and then support you.
Fantastic.
And then secondly, let it not be that you are just asking. What can you do to affect your society? I run an NGO called the Center for Enterprise Governance. And when I conceived the idea, it wasn't just about what I can get. It costs a lot to put some of these programs together, but the question is, what am I doing to support? And in the process of giving back to the society, you lift small businesses. So that is about giving. It's not just about collecting. Some of the problems we have in the society today, people are quick to condemn the government. They are not thinking of what can we do to also support the government. You don't have to have a large project or have a lot of money. Even the small things you do within your own little space is helping the society. When I say small things, are you paying tax?
Fantastic. Thank you very much. From your experience, are there things you have observed in Nigeria and perhaps by extension on our continent of Africa, things that are limiting or that are restricting peak performance of individuals? What are those things, if you have observed, and what can people do, you know, about them to ensure that their peak performance is not restricted?
Okay, I can readily think of two. One, corruption. There are a lot of vices, but I think corruption is the father of it all. You know, in a society where corruption permeates the fabric of the society, every little thing you do, getting ahead and achieving peak performance becomes very challenging. Because what do you see with corruption? You get really frustrated. So I then give you an example. So you go to a government department. Part of what I do, I support businesses. I help them to do things that would ease how they do their businesses. And some of the things require for you to relate with government departments. And then my clients ask me, how long is it going to take for you to conclude? And I say to them, if it depends on me, A to Z, I'll tell you, I'll conveniently give you time frame. But because it depends on government department, I'm not going to be able to give you time frame. But I'll try my best to ensure that I get value. And some of the challenges you find is, so you have something that should have been concluded within a space of time, but because you've not done what somebody wants, it becomes challenging and frustrating. In fact, it's reached a point where some of the offices, you don't even go yourself, you rather your junior attends, because if you go yourself, you know what it is.
The higher the demands.
So it's really difficult. It's difficult. So corruption is a serious issue. It's a serious challenge. We can talk about it, but the question is, as individuals, what are we also doing about it? And you see, there is supply side of corruption, and there is demand side of corruption. People say the people in public sector are the ones making demands, but the people in private sector are the supply side of corruption. So we have to decide and make up our mind.
So you said that there were two things. So the first one, say corruption, is the second one?
Yes, the second thing is that honestly, in our climb, young people are not being encouraged. When I say young people are not being encouraged, it's not just about giving them appointments. Okay, so today, how many 18-year-olds are gainfully employed? I mean, when you go abroad, you see people of that age, they are schooling, they are working, they are able to support themselves, and even in certain instances, their families. But in Nigeria, you see young people, and not just in Nigeria, generally in Africa, you see young people there with their skills. How far can they really go? Some of them are talented. Some of them are, when I say talented, highly talented. You see a lot of things they do and you keep wondering, And if they have the support, there is just a lot that can be done. And then the society will move forward.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Now, this is Becoming the Peak Performer with Dr. Abiola Salami. When we come back, we have more questions to ask our guest.
The Kickoff Summit 2025. Start the year strong. Join us at the 2025 New Year Kickoff Summit, where the brightest minds and key market leaders come together to chart a course for success in the upcoming year. This dynamic gathering is designed to set the tone for peak performance across industries. Participants will gain valuable knowledge from experts across multiple sectors, including finance, technology, healthcare, entrepreneurship, and more. Key highlights: expert panels featuring industry leaders and trendsetters, comprehensive 2025 insights across diverse professions and industries. Register now at www.kickoffsummit.com.
This is still Becoming the Peak Performer with Dr. Abiola Salami, and we have our guest, Dr. Adeyinka Hassan. Thank you once again for joining us. And you are an honoree of the Peak Performer platform. Before your award, you have received many other awards before that awards on TPP platform, but we would like to learn from you. What makes your TPP recognition, what makes it special for you?
What makes TPP platform or recognition very important to me is the fact that I was being recognized in an area where I'm very passionate about, and that's ESG. I mean, people who know me, in fact, some of my friends, particularly my alumni, they call me Mr. Corporate Governance. The moment I hear corporate governance, I'll look back to know what's going on. So I felt a sense of achievement, because when you do things and you are being recognized, it just basically shows that you are extraordinary. So they made me discover myself. I'll put it that way.
Wow. Kudos to TPP. I have one last question for you. And the question is, how do you have fun? How do you relax? Do you sleep at all? Do you have fun at all? Because for me, it said that all work and no play makes Abiola a very dull boy. I don't know if it's the same that applies to you, but how do you have fun? How do you relax?
Well, I would say my situation might be different from people who have structured work. My work is not, I work for myself. So my timing is a bit more relaxed. For me, I say work-life balance. And I always say to myself, life is part of work, and work is part of life. When we talk about work-life balance, in my office, for instance, I have a private place that I can relax. I can decide to take a nap and relax. If my work is going on, I would get up eventually and still continue to do my work. So, but it's whatever you do, it's important that you ensure that you distress, and for health reasons, give yourself quality time to rest.
Very important. Give yourself quality time to rest.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, Dr. Adeyinka Hassan, for showing up, for sharing your insights, for sharing your time with us today.
You have been listening to Becoming the Peak Performer with Dr. Abiola Salami, the world-class performance strategist. Becoming the Peak Performer with Dr. Abiola Salami is a platform for inspiring an inclusive culture of peak performance in the African marketplace. For more resources, visit www.tppafrica.com and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and TikTok at TPP Africa, and on Twitter at TPP_Africa.